It's a story about a podcast and music by me. It has some people in it, but I can't count things. And also it's a filter from your favorite show. It's Grapecast, not Groupcast, and I'm Randy Newman.
Randy Newman may or may not be included in the contents of this podcast.
Hi.
Alright, welcome to Grapecast, where the buck and also intelligence stops here. Yeah, I've been thinking about that.
Deer stop?
The buck and the intelligence. It all
I just
So
got crying
deer
Superman.
just stop.
Yes, dear, just stop, Riley. I am your surrogate host of Grapecast, and my name is Casey, along with fellow host Riley.
I'm deer?
Your dear. Whoever's setting
Dear.
Skype stuff, stop.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, we have fellow host, other host, things, words, people, Ryan.
Bleep.
Bleep. And we have two guests on our little show, Grapecast. Today, tonight, what have you. We have Ivy
I'm watching a cat jump into a box.
and Stacy.
Ivy, I love you.
I love you too.
Yay!
Alright. So we're all here. Holy crap, you guys. Spring. Spring just suddenly decided to happen.
Spring did happen.
Spring.
It's so sunny out. I'm wearing shorts.
Yeah.
I'm even wearing shorts.
I'm not wearing shorts. It's not short season for me yet, though it is for everyone else. Since I live on a college campus, you know what was happening today?
Yes.
What?
What? Wes would have had a field day today?
No.
Oh, then what was happening?
Ultimate Frisbee, man.
Okay.
When you live on a college campus, what else would you do but play Frisbee?
I don't know.
That's part
so
of-
you played Frisbee with a bunch of people?
No, I actually sat outside and drew trees.
Ah.
Such is the life of me, the most boring person on the planet.
Eh. You're not that boring.
Oh, thanks, Riley. That makes me feel loads better.
You know, you should know better than to expect anything more than that out of me.
That's true. I really shouldn't.
Like, you should know that that's like a compliment, man.
Yeah, I guess I'll just take what I can get.
Yeah, you should.
But yeah, spring just suddenly just happened all of a sudden. Like, the last week or so was really, really cold and windy and gross, and then all of a sudden...
It looked beautiful, but it was windy
Yeah.
and cold.
Yeah, it was...
And now it looks beautiful and is way too freaking
Yeah,
hot.
like, Saturday and Sunday was like that sudden transition. It was kind of like Mother Nature's like, alright, kids, it's time to wake. Like, she's talking to the trees. Come on, kids, it's time to get up. It's springtime. The groundhog said it's time for spring. And the trees are like, Mom, can we have 6 more weeks of winter? We're tired. Well, okay, if it makes you feel better.
You worry me sometimes.
This is what I have to think about all the time.
That's where the grass came in.
That's where the grass came in. Wait. What? Riley, how are you today?
I'm alive. How about you, sir?
I'm fantastic.
That's good.
I've realized that when you go up to people, like when you go to check out your stuff, buying food and stuff, you go up to the person at the cashier and they ask how you are, you say fantastic, they feel much better.
Do they?
Yeah.
I usually just say not bad, you, and they say good, and I say that's good, and then I leave and never talk to them again if I can help it.
Yeah, but that's the life of the antisocial man.
I'm extremely social.
Okay.
I don't know about that.
He's also extremely crippled.
Screw you.
A broken, crippled, antisocial man is Riley.
I can't really deny that combination.
Well, there you go. But yeah, if you tell someone at the cash register or something of that nature, go up to them and they ask how you are, you say wonderful or fantastic. Fantastic. I can say words. Fantastic.
Fantastic.
What happens
They
if someone in the bathroom asks you how you are?
well, I figure you'd say the same thing. I
Do you-
mean, Depending on where you are in the bathroom, depends on
I
the
mean,
reaction.
you're in a truck stop bathroom and you're both taking a dump.
Oh, well, then the magic is kind of lost because you can't face each other unless for some reason you're taking a dump in the same stall, which is weird.
Well,
Riley, why are you
well,
taking a dump in the same stall as someone?
Actually, you do know that some places have the pilot co-pilot toilet.
I don't want to
right?
think about that, honestly.
But you do know what a pilot co-pilot
I can use
toilet
my
is, right?
imagination.
It's where the two toilets are right next to each other.
Oh. I guess that's
Yeah,
not so
you don't
bad.
but there's no dividers though.
Who's posting things in Skype?
Ivy,
Ivy, you know I'm
I
recording.
will
and that,
kick you out
and
of this call.
And those sounds are going to pick up on the recording.
Yes, I will kick you out of this call. Thank you.
Tough love, Riley.
I do what I can. In other news, apparently people think that the new Fusion will knock the Camry off of its high road.
High horse.
Yes, best-selling car ability.
I wasn't aware of that fact.
Nobody cares about cars. They're boring.
Well, it's better than beeping sounds.
Stacy, your family owns a Camry. What do you think of it?
It's a 94 Camry.
Huh?
So, I own a 95 Saab. It's not any different, really.
I have a 94 wagon.
They're both
a
mid-sized
Vespa.
sedans. My...
In other news, I gave my cat a bath today.
Did
Fun.
you die?
No, I didn't die.
Did
He
you
just
almost die?
I almost died, yes. Because he looked so pathetic. It was adorable.
See, Ivy's cat's like try to murder her.
Yep. Only the one, though.
Ivy seems like the kind of person who would give her cats very creative names.
A little bit for a really fat cat. That's really the most creative name.
Okay, which is?
My cat.
A little bit.
And he's the fattest cat we have. He weighs almost as much as my dog.
And his name is?
Little bit.
Oh.
I've said it like 3 times.
See, I thought you were
Little
saying
bit.
it within the sentence, so I was like,
No,
I was
bit.
like waiting for it.
Nope, little bit.
Okay.
My cat is named Nugget.
Nugget, biscuit, nugget in a biscuit.
So I had
Oh god.
mashed
had-
potatoes,
You
barbecue
had.
sauce.
You had. You had. Come on.
and
iPad?
and a chicken tender the other day, and I was like,
Came.
if only I had biscuits.
You came.
So close.
I know.
That was great. I'm never gonna get over how hilarious that was.
That was very good. I came
That-
so close. Ew.
You. Riley, do you realize you say that in the exact same way in almost every single podcast?
Ew.
Yep.
What, that?
Yes, that.
You realize I
I
say
love
that
you.
the exact same way every
I
single
am aware of
time
this.
I
It's just
talk.
funny that it shows up in just about every podcast.
I feel like there's a lot of podcasts that it hasn't been said on.
Perhaps. Yes.
There's a gif of a dinosaur riding a bicycle. It's a T-Rex. It's so amusing.
What?
Okay then.
See what you've done with the...
What
Yes,
has science done? I mean, what
See
have I
what
done?
you've done?
But it's so funny.
X
Say-
out of the GIF site.
No, you guys aren't talking about anything interesting anyway.
Because I don't know.
Because you're not adding to
we
the
were talking about
conversation.
something. We were talking about the Camry and
Yeah.
the Focus? Was it Focus?
Fusion.
Fusion. Close enough.
Lance has a Fusion.
Yes, that's right. He does. I haven't seen Lance in a long time. He's never
I
been
saw
on.
him the other day, actually.
He's not been on the podcast.
No,
Ever.
he's never been on the podcast. I don't even know if he knows that the podcast exists.
No, he knows. I told him about it when it was first starting out. I mean, I pretty much told everyone when it was first starting out because it was like the first chance for me and just about everyone else
to do things.
To do things. That was, I don't know where I'm going with this, but yeah.
Yeah.
Something
Jello pudding.
Something Jello pudding. That sounds like an adequate answer.
How so?
How so are you far behind in all this technological crap?
I have an iPod, the 4th generation.
Yeah.
iPod Touch.
I had one.
And guess what iOS system it's still running?
4.5.
4.3.2.
Why is it running 4.3.2?
Because I've been too freaking lazy to update it.
Is it jailbroken or is it normal?
No, see, we had this problem before.
Oh, reset it, update it all the way because there's jailbreaks for the newest systems.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool. See, Riley's good for something after all.
Yeah, but the problem is I lose all my music.
Put them on your computer.
Aha!
You can't.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, there's a reason I got rid of all of my Apple products.
Yeah, because they suck.
Yeah.
I have an iPhone, thank you very much.
I know, but they're not, it's not for me. Like, I'm not going to tell you that, you know, you should go to hell for having an iPhone, because
or maybe I should. Fire and brimstone for all Apple users. The Macintosh will go up in flames at the end of the
because that's disrespectful. I mean, we all have our own views, but Apple products are not too linear for me, if that makes sense. Linear.
Okay.
Like you can't do anything. It's like
yeah, I know how that is.
An RPG that is supposedly open world, but everything you do leads to the same end.
Yeah, but the thing is that Apple has their own little filter system of apps that can be put on their app store, and so you have to have a certain criteria and such to be able to put your app on the app store for people to get.
This is better than Amazon. Amazon has no apps.
Meanwhile, well, that's because it's Amazon. It's Amazon. Meanwhile, on Android, people can post any app at will. And
it's not quite that easy, but yes.
Okay, well, you know, it's less of a strict filter than Apple.
Which is what I like, because that also means that there's a lot of non-Google app stores.
That's true. But what I'm saying is the possibility for a virus on your phone is much more likely.
It is.
And yes, that's not the best of reasons, but that's something for me.
You get an antivirus if you really want to go about doing that. Or you just make sure everything is reliable, because if it's because when it comes to the Google Play Store, if it's a virus and it's found out to be a virus, it is removed extremely quickly, actually.
And don't get me wrong, I actually really don't like Apple products. This iPhone is one of the only ones that I actually own. I hate iTunes. I just cannot stand iTunes.
iTunes is the worst.
And it updates every week. And I never update it.
iTunes has been trying to update for the last 2 years on my computer.
You don't let it.
Well, no, because I don't own any Apple products. The only reason I have it is because I think I have 2 songs on there I want to keep.
Oh, okay. That's the only reason.
And I'm too lazy to pull them off from that. I will one of these days.
I hope it's interest.
So, I'm not one who usually watches late night television, but the other day, Taeyeon and I were up late watching boxing and laughing at how stupid it was.
Boxing isn't what I would consider late night television.
It wasn't boxing, it was kickboxing. Or something of that nature.
Wow, so someone just kicked a girl's vagina?
Yeah, Stacy, someone kicked a girl's vagina. You won't get over the fact that box means vagina.
I can't help it, it's funny.
There's actually a South Park episode, I can't remember which one it was, but all the kids talk about eating carpet or something like that. Munching on carpet.
What?
It's actually a term for eating a girl out.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And they keep talking about it. And I can't remember what the context was, but at the very end, Cartman has a cardboard box and he's eating it. And they're like, Cartman, what are you doing? And Cartman says, my mom says I can have any girl I want as long as I just go and chow on this box.
All right then.
I'm pretty sure I just heard Ivy head desk.
No, that was me slamming my hand because I'm dead. Anyway.
I did
Okay,
face palm though.
Close enough. But anyway, Tayana and I were watching this kickboxing, and the weirdest commercials come up during late night television.
That is true.
This was like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. And they had an adult website commercial that was the weirdest and most wrong thing ever.
What was it for?
It was some sort of adult website, like a chat
obviously.
website,
Yeah?
like chat roulette-esque,
Oh, God.
something like that. What it was several different men in different situations, and they're watching something on their phone or their TV or their computer or something, doing something that requires them to have some sort of electronic device, and all of a sudden it changes.
Well then.
Whose house
So-
is that?
Who's using
Ryan.
saw?
Okay.
They're going
Ryan,
down
are you
Baltimore Street.
drilling something through the wall?
That was equipment, wasn't it? The emergency variety?
Yes, it was.
Fire trucks?
Yeah.
Which way they
Okay,
heading?
'cause
In or out?
it sounded like someone took a drill and was like,
Yep, and there's another.
They heading in
awesome.
town or out, Ryan?
That's a good question.
I can't tell.
I think it's going out.
Out towards Giant or in towards the square?
In towards the square. It
Okay.
sounded like it.
well, anyway. So, several different men in different situations where they have to have electronic equipment, and they're watching or listening or doing whatever on their screen, and all of a sudden it changes to hot women dancing around, and something around them bursts and water flows out. There's one guy, he has a 6-pack of beer and he's carrying it out to his car, and he's on his phone, and it switches to hot girl dancing, and they all just explode and water flies everywhere, and he's got this dumbass grin on his face.
Not beer, but water flies everywhere.
Whatever substance you will find in beer cans, Riley. Yes.
Well, you said... I
Milk.
don't-
Milk.
You find-
Yeah.
You find
Because
Malachi
milk
just
flows.
sitting in a beer can? Pretty much, actually, yeah.
Oh god, what has science done?
What
But yeah, it
has
was stupid
that?
situations like that. At one point, there's a guy up, a construction worker or something, electrician, up on one of those telephone poles, and he's got his phone out, and he's watching something while he's trying to fix a,
'Cause that's
a
professional.
down line. Yeah, I know, and he has a water bottle, and it explodes, knocking him off of the telephone pole. The wires go flying, and they electrocute him to death.
What?
It's just like a 30-second, 45-second, maybe even a minute clip of guys
Exploding.
falling off of things, having things explode that make it look questionable. It's just, oh, why? This is stupid. But yeah,
Yeah,
there's
I'm
a
scared.
surprisingly large amount of adult commercials during the late night hour.
Well, that's because that's what late night television is.
It's all about porn.
Pretty much.
Yep.
So that means if you guys watch it, then you've seen some of my movies, right?
No,
Oh.
I've seen them all.
Riley doesn't watch TV.
I don't.
But Ivy, you've seen my movies, right?
Heck yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've seen every single one of Stacy's movies.
That's
I've seen the classic ones as Cat in the Cradle. What were some of the other ones I've seen?
Didn't I make you watch Beauty and the Beast?
I saw Beauty and the Breasts, but that's a completely different movie.
I wish that didn't exist.
It probably does somewhere, and
Oh,
Stacy
I
was
can
acting in
guarantee
it.
it probably does.
I'm gonna
scared
look it
already.
up. I'm gonna look it up after this podcast is over.
You have fun with that.
I will.
Yeah, Ryan
Ryan's
will look
already
it up
looking
together.
at
Yeah. Yeah, because I can't actually look it up right now.
Warn your roommate before you do.
My roommate is not here.
Okay, that works.
Like I've addressed before, he's never here. He's never fucking in the room.
That's good.
If there's a sock on the door.
Actually, he doesn't put socks on the door. He just puts up post-it notes that says, "Need the room. Come back in 20 minutes."
Has he done that?
Yes, he has.
Oh my god.
And
It takes him 20 minutes,
The
really?
problem with that plan is I never know when he put it up in the first place. So for all I know, he could have, like, started 20 minutes ago and just finished as I got to the door. Which did actually happen.
Just wait
once.
20 minutes and go back.
Yeah. I
I mean, at least he's nice enough to put up a...
Like I said last episode, he said that doing that sort of thing is disrespectful if you're not aware of it.
Yeah, no, it is. I agree.
Yeah.
I approve.
I approve this message.
He actually seems like a very good guy.
He is. Far better than
Except
than the aforementioned Officer Cheese for Butt.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he doesn't believe I exist.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Because I spend so much time in the room working on videos and the like, and
He doesn't believe you actually
every
have a
time he
girlfriend.
comes back here, I'm here, because for some, like, our schedules are just so that whenever I'm not here, he's not here, but when I'm here, he'll eventually show up. So he thinks that I don't actually have a girlfriend, and all the things I tell him are just made up.
Probably.
Yeah, for all I know, Stacy's just a figment of my imagination.
Probably.
No, Ivy can prove you wrong.
That's
Yep,
right.
she's pretty darn
She
real.
co-starred in...
Oh, yeah. Likes my boobs.
Yep.
That's
You.
about it.
Oh.
I'll be over here in my corner.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
heard that
Stacy.
Stacy and
Good on
Ivy
you.
co-starred together in The Cow Loves Cookies.
I can't say I've heard that, but I don't want to know.
This is great for Stacy because I'm just shouting out all of the inside jokes we have.
Anyway,
That is a creepy-ass book. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
What?
There's a book.
Cow
There's a
Loves
children's
Cookies?
book called The Cow Loves Cookies, and it's
Huh.
all a story about how there's a cow.
The
that
cow
lives on-
loves cookies.
lives on a farm and loves cookies. Go figure. But the creepy part is that the cow
Well, if
sits
he
by,
loves cookies, let him have cookies.
sits by the farmer, who milks the cow and proceeds. They both drink and eat the milk and cookies.
They eat and drink the milk. And
Yes,
drink the
and
cookies.
drink the. It's a little bit spoiled.
Well, the
That's
cookies, are they like
strange.
very gooey?
It's cheese.
Ow. Ew.
Actually, cheese and milk aren't exactly the same things. But anyway,
yeah, you're smart.
I am very smart.
Yay!
Sick.
So, Ryan, you haven't said much at all. What's going on?
Not much.
What are you doing at this very moment?
If he says
Uh.
jerking off, I'm gonna die.
He's jerking off to one cow and a couple sluts.
The beauty in the breast.
Jeez.
The beauty in the breast.
Beauty and the breasts. That is what this episode is going to be called, and everyone will watch it because they'll think it's porn. Everybody on the
Or
internet
no
loves
one
porn,
will watch
right?
it because they think it's porn.
I mean, considering there are no women on the internets, that means everyone loves porn on the internet.
The internet is for porn.
Porn! So grab your dick and double click for
I love that song so much.
I know. Oh my
Grab
God.
your dick and double click.
No.
Santa and I were walking around the York conventions, or for the farm show.
Yeah.
Walking around
Eileen,
that
finish
facility.
the story.
What's this about
singing
story?
that song. Anyway, what's up, Ivy?
Oh, so I listened. I've never heard There's Life Outside Your Apartment the whole way through until like 3 days ago.
Is this a song by Avenue Q?
And at the end, Trekkie goes for porn, and I started laughing so hard. And my brother was like, "What are you doing, you crazy person?"
Did you goose?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Better not have goose.
Ivy and Tristan are the same person. I knew it.
I will not date a gooser.
Have you ever seen
What
Ivy
about,
and
like,
Tristan in the
old
same
dudes?
room at the
It was
same
like
time?
when I get the hiccups.
So you were hiccup laughing.
And actually,
All right.
yes, Casey, I've seen them in the same room quite a few.
No, you
I've
haven't.
Seen them in my car at the
No,
same
you
time.
haven't. It's a conspiracy led
have.
to make you
Speaking
believe
of
that your
cars,
girlfriend isn't actually your girlfriend, but in fact the same person that Dan is dating at this particular moment in time.
I feel like that would be very awkward, so I don't believe it.
It is incredibly awkward, which means you must escape the country as soon as possible. I've been watching a lot of King of the Hill recently. Shut up.
Does that mean I can go to Kansas?
You know, Kansas
but
is
you go to
pretty much
Texas.
another country. Go for it.
I know. I mean, they haven't threatened... I want Kansas to threaten to succeed. Or secede.
I want Kansas to threaten to succeed.
We're
We're gonna grow more corn and be proud of it.
No child left behind.
Words.
Water just sprayed everywhere from you just now.
Oh, God.
Our society is going to progress, and you can't do anything about it.
Pretty much.
With corn.
There's no running from a trainer battle.
Because Kansas is going to succeed from the union with corn.
Hey.
Smart.
It is.
So many outside references that I'm making. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Terrible.
Riley, do you actually have any topics to talk about?
Other than...
Corn?
Other than that car one? Not really.
Which we've barely touched on.
I know.
Okay,
I
let me look at my emergency.
I have a topic.
Go for it, Ivy.
Who wants to hear a really bad joke?
That's not a topic.
Sure.
Is it going to take
I
forever
will
like
become
every
a
story you
topic.
tell ever?
Choose a category. Racist, sexist, generally
No, we're not
offensive.
telling any of those. Because you're looking at a website. That's just no.
Looking at a website. You can come see.
That's far too much
These
work.
are ones I have memorized.
Whistle,
God, that's even
whistle,
worse.
whistle, whistle.
Whistle, whistle, whistle.
Whistle, whistle, whistle. I don't actually know how the tune goes. Whistle, 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 whistle.
With me.
With me, Randy Newman. Now it's time for life lessons with me, Randy Newman. Anyway, moving on to something completely different.
Yeah.
I
Because
just
Riley-
got a text from a number 38383.
What does it
it's
say?
An advertising company.
Probably.
What
What
does
did
it
they
say?
What does it mean?
I don't know. It's like, hi, this is something. Now we can send you weekly ways to make a difference and win money for college. Blah, 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 blah.
Quick, throw it out the window!
Beelzebub?
Beelzebub, because that's how you pronounce it, Riley.
That's how I pronounce it.
Anyway,
I just replied to it saying, stop, because that's what it says.
stop in the name
Don't
of
touch
love.
me there. This is my no-no.
Swear.
We just took completely different directions on that one, Riley.
Yeah.
Got a feeling, and I'm starting to get a no feeling. Stop. Don't touch me there. This is my no-no. Sorry.
Swear.
I love that
Riley,
song.
why do you know that?
Huh?
Why do you know that?
Why don't you do that?
Because America.
I have to protect myself somehow.
Are you afraid that you're gonna get raped?
by Wes.
By Wes. I was actually just about to say that.
But you know the fact that if I start singing, he'll get distracted and I can run away.
That's true.
Speaking of Wes,
Oh, God.
he dropped by here the other day.
Oh, God. Him and Kyle
That's
started
fair.
staring through my windows while I was eating tacos.
Yeah, I
Then he
still
did
don't
that
understand
weird
that because I
blow
talked
back.
to them on that post that he posted on the regular Facebook.
I didn't read it.
He said he was doing surveillance.
I'm sure he stalks me a lot. I'm debating on getting a restraining order.
Do it. Do it.
Kinda
That would be
want
the
to.
most hilarious thing ever.
Yeah, good luck with
That
that.
would be great. Riley would just need a very, very long 2 cans with a string attached.
And just talk to you.
No, but see, it could work, okay? See, here's the idea. You get a restraining order where you can't be within 5 miles of Wes. So you just take 2 cans, open them up, attach a string between them that's exactly 5 miles long.
No, it would
or
have to be
rather,
just over.
5 miles and a couple inches long. And then we put it up next to the snowball, and we can hear each other talk.
Yes.
That's the
Quality
perfect
would
plan.
suck.
Yep.
Be great. So, Ryan saying America earlier is really funny because what?
Huh?
What?
Huh?
What?
Hi, I'm Ryan. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Insane. Nice to meet you.
I knew it all along. You're not Stacy. You're that other person who was a famous actor in the classic porn movie called Our Love's Gone Dry and So Has the Cow.
It just keeps getting worse and
Sounds
worse.
more like a bluegrass song than a porn
It actually
title.
does.
I'm not gonna lie.
I want to make that. I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna make my brother play it because he plays bluegrass for a living.
Earlier we
Does
were
he
listening
really?
to
Yeah, he's one of
Convoy,
them.
And
I used to listen to bluegrass actually.
I grew up on it, but yeah, my brother is one of them.
I just want to play a banjo. Is that so much to ask?
Yeah, mandolins are better.
I like mandolins too. Any stringed instrument, really. Like the viola.
so we were listening to Convoy, and then the sequel to Convoy, which is called Around the World with the Rubber Duck.
Have you ever heard,
Okay, I
the,
don't-
the Convoy song?
What?
Wes plays it on.
I've never heard it.
Oh.
Anyway, and as we're playing the sequel, we end up behind a tractor trailer, and I was like, oh my gosh, and I was all happy, and Riley looked at me like, you're so stupid, stop.
You are weird.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so anyway, like I was saying earlier with the thing where Tayana and I were watching late night kickboxing, there was this guy who was like, he was one of the featherweight people,
Ooh,
champions.
featherweights?
Featherweight.
like feathers.
They're always fun.
Yes, because this guy was like all hopped up on drugs or something.
What was his
Because
name?
he
Do you know
beat-
his name?
I don't remember.
Do you know which
honestly.
league?
What?
Which league?
I don't know that either. It was 1 o'clock in the morning, woman. I was tired. Anyway.
You failed
he-
me.
My
I
bad.
know.
Shut up, Riley.
If I was given more time and we weren't on a podcast, I may be able to remember.
Nah, it's fine.
But anyway, like what
I
happened
keep reaching
was,
for my phone
like,
because I think it's a mouse.
it is a mouse. It's lying to you. Okay, so the two people who were fighting in the featherweight championship, they come at each other. It takes about 5 seconds or maybe 10 seconds for the one guy who's like all crazy to knock the other guy out. And they like they're having an interview afterward talking about this Russian guy because it's a world championship of some sort.
Oh, okay, I know. Okay.
It's a Russian guy who's gonna fight next, and he's like they go up to the guy who had just won. He's like, "You've just won against this guy in an astounding amount of time, victory, blah blah blah. How do you feel about your next opponent, Rishkishka Krunishkabegev?" Something like that. I can't Russian.
Somehow I feel like that might be pronounced wrong.
I have a Russian story.
Maybe. Okay, save it for after I'm done here. he, the guy, the featherweight guy who had just won, he's like, well, you know, I just won against this guy, and now I'm ready to go up against the next guy, the Russian guy, because Russia comes here to our country, and he wants to fight me, and he wants to take me down. But you know what? You know what? America, I'm out. And he walks away, but the guy's like, oh wait, I have still more questions for you.
I like this man. He's amazing. He's my hero.
Yes, he is.
You don't know my heroes? I don't even know my heroes.
I actually do know one of your heroes, Riley. It's that guy who is a leatherweight champion. I can't say words.
A leatherweight?
A leatherweight
I can
champion.
honestly say I've never heard of leatherweight in my life.
Neither have I.
Weatherweight.
I've heard of featherweight.
Okay, Ivy.
Okay,
Tell your story.
so apparently Vladimir Putin, or whatever, he was greeted
Don't talk
in
about Putin.
Amsterdam
Don't talk about Putin.
by these
He will
gay
find
rights
you.
protesters. And these girls were like topless and they had body paint. And
Oh God.
his reaction was like, I kinda liked it. And it's like, dude, no. Chauvinist.
I can just imagine
piece of
Vladimir
crap.
Putin with like a half smile, and he's
He has
got
this
like his hand up to his face, and he's
a
like,
kid who just found a cookie, who just found an open cookie jar. Like, that's the face.
like a kid who just found an open cookie.
Open cookie seed.
Have I ever told you guys about the best vodka commercial in the history of the universe?
Yes, you said it
The best
on
what?
Groupcast like 3 times.
Have I?
Oh, the best
Okay.
vodka commercial with the guy running in on the
Yep.
bull in the
Okay.
the
Making
alcohol
sure.
commercial and the Vashti.
Yep.
I still prefer
I wasn't on that episode.
flavor this beer commercial
I
with
know I
the
was.
drowning guy.
Where the guy falls in and doesn't come
Yes,
back up.
but it
and
shows
they're-
bubbles like the whole, and then it stops.
And they're all like happy and celebrating, and he doesn't come back. I think I wrote that down in the Greatest Hits document.
Did you really? It's just so scary.
Also, River Monsters has a new series. Or has a new season or whatever.
Boy.
River Monsters, a show I've never
Well,
watched.
River
Really?
Monsters. But
I don't watch TV, Riley.
Neither do I. I've watched it on Netflix.
he was investigating these face-eating piranhas.
Ooh, lovely. They only eat faces?
Faces and dicks.
No, but... What? What did you just say?
The way Riley said that.
Faces and dicks.
That's also a potential title for this podcast.
reminds me of
Faces and
that.
Dicks. I love it. Ugh.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So, I was watching this, and he's like doing this, he caught a piranha, a red-bellied piranha, and he water, and he's like about to take it off the hook, and all it shows before the commercial, like pulling back his thumb, yelling ow, and it bleeding. Everybody assumes, of course, he got bit by the piranha, right? No.
Sure.
He had the way the piranha thrashed, he got the hook jammed into his thumb.
Oh, my stepbrother's done that like twice.
He's like trying to pull the hook out while the piranha's like thrashing around trying to get off the hook. And finally he gets it out,
Oh,
and he's like all bloody and
piranhas.
stuff. And he's like,
They're so adorable, and they eat faces.
and instead of being like, there's probably fish guts in my thumb, I should probably go get a bandage or something. No. He's like, I'm gonna put my blood on my bait and see if I get more piranhas.
You know I would think that
Wow.
same way, right?
He's like squeezing his blood
Riley, you're not
and
human.
onto the bait and like he's fishing.
Yeah.
Like, dude, bro.
It probably caught him. Did it work?
Well, yeah,
Exactly.
but then he's like tries. But the first thing he caught with that was a black piranha, which are usually like solitary.
That's racist. As I hear a gunshot outside my room.
What the fuck?
Exactly.
No, seriously, you guys. I just heard a gunshot outside.
Did you really?
I did, just now.
Are you alive?
Is Taeyon okay?
Dear God.
That's a good question. He's not here, so I wouldn't know.
Should you call the cops?
Nah. I'm lazy.
Actually, you should if it's on a college campus.
It sounded like it was really far away, though.
You still technically
Doesn't
should.
matter. What is that noise?
That probably means it was on a pillow.
Anyway, Taeyon is from Philadelphia. He has street smarts.
Oh, he's fine.
He's fine.
Yeah, I
It was
hear gunshots
nothing.
in my house all the time, but I live in... I mean, yeah.
But Stacy is from the streets, yo.
Uh-huh.
The streets of where?
A town that nobody has ever heard of, about the size of Lancaster.
What's it called?
Sportsman.
I've heard of that.
In Virginia?
Yeah, because
Never
Riley, you're going on vacation near there.
Well, that's very valid. We go every year for the last, 6 years. We've went, and probably for the rest of my life.
No,
Where
you
you
don't,
going?
Riley. Shut
Well, have fun. That is a great outlook on your life, Riley.
What?
Going to Virginia Beach every year and hating it.
So who wants to take another trip to West Virginia?
I didn't go the first time.
Good, because neither did I. Neither did Stacy, and I don't think Ryan did either.
No, the reason I didn't go is because I went up to New York to go to Ricketts Glen.
Wait, what did I do?
Yeah.
Well, I think we should all take a trip somewhere. We should all go camping in
But
Dolores.
Ricketts Glen isn't New York.
Oh, no.
That's
what am I
Pennsylvania.
thinking? Yeah, it is in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, what are
I-
you talking about?
Shut up,
It's-
Stacy. You don't even know where it is.
I do, because I've been there.
I know where it is. It's in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, but I've been, I've went camping there before, so that's how
We used
I
to.
know.
My family used to go. Well, they still do camping every
You just
year
don't go
there.
with them.
But I just go there for the hike through the waterfall trail.
That was cool.
Yes, I
I
took
took a
pictures.
shower
That's
at
awesome.
in the one of the waterfalls. That was cool.
Yes, it's very nice. It's especially nice when
Thankfully,
you're
nobody
going through
showed
it.
up, or else that would be.
It's
weird.
especially nice when it's humid there because it gets surprisingly humid around there. In the
It does, but if
summertime.
you stand right under the waterfalls, it
Well, that and also it's raining, so it's like you're standing under a constant waterfall.
yeah.
It's nice. So yeah, I'm going up there this summer. Hopefully, Stacy, you'll be able to join me.
Only if you go camping.
We don't go camping. We used to.
No,
but
I
we
mean,
don't anymore.
I mean, if you go camping with us.
Oh, right.
Because then we could get to go fishing. I like fishing.
I'm terrible at fishing.
So am I.
Most of
That's
the
fun.
time I fish, I don't even use a hook.
I like fishing.
I wish
I
I was
just-
getting gum.
What?
I'm sorry we don't pay you, Ryan.
We don't pay him enough.
We don't pay anyone.
Because if I'm not mistaken, Ryan was in that one porn movie that
My phone is not
we
announced.
helped him fund. That one that everybody knows called.
I came.
So
yeah,
close.
I came. ... So,
So
close to coming. Which kind of defeats the purpose of the title anyway. But yeah, the reason I wasn't able to go to West Virginia was because I had gone to Ricketts Glen.
Yeah. It's fun.
Anyway, if any of you who are listening
Any
right now,
of
which I
you.
doubt, any of you who are listening to the podcast and don't live in Pennsylvania should go to Ricketts Glen because it's awesome.
I'm assuming you mean and do live in Pennsylvania.
And no, anyone who lives anywhere should go because it's nice.
If you live in Pennsylvania, move somewhere else.
I happen to like Pennsylvania. Though if
Virginia
I
is
had to
better.
live... Is it?
Yes.
Stacy has only told me horrible stories of the city, and I don't want to go to Virginia.
Of what city?
Williamsburg is gorgeous.
I have been to Williamsburg once.
I've passed through Williamsburg on our ways up here.
Plus, Busch Gardens is like right there.
I've never been to Busch Gardens, but I go to...
Now see,
We've been
last
to Hershey Park like a jillion times.
not last summer, but the summer before, my family was going to go to Busch Gardens, but my brother Danny McDingo-fucker is terrified of roller coasters, so we didn't go to Busch Gardens.
Okay, first off, we need to strap him into my passenger seat sometime.
Fred always said that if we could somehow convince Danny McDingo-fucker to get in the passenger seat of his Civic and drive down back roads, it would be the most
No, put him in the
hilarious thing
wagon with
ever.
back roads, because I can tell
We
you
need a
one
dash
thing.
cam for that.
I can.
No offense, Riley, but Fred's car goes faster.
His goes faster, but he can't do 90-degree turns.
That's true.
I can.
E-brake it, right? Do you use the e-brake?
No,
But that's the fun
it's
way.
called I have a wagon, so it slides. So he would just
I have a
fly.
family member who
Just gotta
owns
hop
a
the front.
wagon, so we're almost on the same page.
Yeah. I know. I like your Saab wagon. Your family's Saab wagon.
Yes, I've driven it a couple times. It handles surprisingly well.
Wagons handle amazingly well,
Yes, they do.
and plus it assists with turning because buttocks.
Because buttocks.
Yep.
So I have a story from today.
Do you have a story that we have actually not heard
Yes.
before? Okay, then let's hear
Just
it.
happened today.
Okay.
Okay. So
You
we're in
died.
English class, and we have this big we have this big research paper assignment. And
Research papers.
I was doing
I rem-
Brian Jacques' wrote the Red Ball series, which is about talking mice and stuff, and they are like in medieval times, so they fight rats and weasels and stuff.
battle with mice.
Yeah, pretty much.
Crap! Oh my god, that reminds me of that Flash animation with Snake.
That's
Anyway.
Crab battle.
Yeah, anyway.
And Eminem hacks into the whatever. Sorry.
So
Go
we were
ahead.
supposed to have it in by Friday night at 11:59, but like half the class didn't get it in because she didn't even. Well, she said it would be up all week for us to be available for us to put it in, but she made the class, but she forgot to make the actual assignment. So we actually had to. So she didn't make the assignment until like Thursday, and so half the class didn't put it in, and she's like up in front of the class, and she's like, "Oh my gosh!" She's like, you guys are seniors and you can't tell time. I got like 50 emails last night of kids who can't tell time, telling me, "Oh, I didn't get it," and she does this weird little robot arm thing when she talks. It's like
That's funny because I can immediately imagine that. I don't even know who you're talking about, but I can immediately imagine what you're talking about.
And she has these really short T-Rex arms, so it's really funny. And she's like,
So she's a T-Rex. She's a robot T-Rex, essentially.
pretty much.
She's a very intellectual
When she
T-Rex.
sits, like, cross-legged on the ground and puts her arms down,
So
her hands
she's
don't touch the
A
ground.
robotic T-Rex hybrid frog.
Yeah, but anyway. And she's like,
Can we add to this any more than we already have?
she's going on and on and on and on about how we can't tell time and we're so stupid. She's like, "Rawr," and she's doing her little T-Rex thing. And she's like, so I'm going to give you a second chance. I made another classroom with another assignment, and she's like, this one is called Britlet 11A, Britlet 12A, Kids Who Can't Tell Time.
The thing is, she's not joking.
There.
Because
And
I
she
saw
turned-
her go to
She
Snickers.
actually made another class
Yeah.
for kids who can't tell time.
And
I'm intrigued by this.
I
This
was
is
in this
hilarious.
for Kids Who Can't Tell Time because
Oh, so
I
you
don't have
were one of the
interwebs.
people who...
Well,
I
You were one of...
did it online.
well, she doesn't have internet, and so she's just submitted at my house today.
So, okay, but you were able to get the assignment on
Oh, yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was gonna say if you weren't able to do that and she yelled at you, you might have wanted to tell her that you didn't have internet.
I did,
Okay.
but she yelled at me more. She's like,
Of course.
you should have submitted it earlier. I'm like, it wasn't in till like Thursday. It wasn't even up till like Thursday. And she was like being all T-Rex crazy. And
This is like a
she
T-Rex
actually
version
drew
of Stacy and I.
clocks on the
Me and
whiteboard.
Stacy's English teacher in 12th grade.
She drew 2 clocks on the board, like those little kindergarten clocks. And was
Oh, yeah.
like, this is 11:59. This is 12 o'clock. This is
Man, her
Friday."
sarcasm
Did she get
makes
it
me
exactly
jealous.
Right? Like,
Huh?
if she,
Oh, yeah.
are you sure she didn't draw 1158?
I'm pretty sure.
Because if she had drawn 1158, I would have yelled. I would have called her out for lying and cheating.
You
And
would have yelled obscenities.
no, I would have just been like, no, I cannot be taught by someone that can't tell time.
Because I can actually see you doing that, Riley.
I would. I mean, obviously I wouldn't like yell it in an obscene way. I would just yell it in like a
very
so that it's obvious
mannerly way.
I'm joking.
But she spent half the class period teaching us how to tell time.
That is great. I love that because the sarcasm involved makes me jealous.
Yeah, that's actually kind of cool.
Now, Stacy and I had a teacher in 12th grade, Briterature, because it's more fun to say Briterature than British literature, or Britlit, as some people call it. Briterature. And this woman was not the cool kind of sarcastic. She was the annoying type of sarcastic. The kind that when the person talks and tries to be sarcastic to be funny, you're just like, woman, shut up and let me just do stuff. I don't want to hear from you right now. Shut up and dance.
And the worst part was,
Do your thing.
I saw her at Giant a few days ago.
Oh, fun.
That's like when we went to Ashcombs and we saw that other person who had previously taught us. Luckily, she didn't see us. And I'm pretty sure if she would have seen us, she wouldn't have noticed either of us. Like, known who we were.
Probably not. They're both just, man, fuck.
Can you say that again? Okay, because it kind of sounded, the first time the first time you said it, it kind of sounded like you said man fucked. Like, man fucked.
Well, they should probably get laid so that they can be happy.
You do know that Miss Pierre is pregnant, right?
Wow, she's a whore.
So, for all intents and purposes, she is, in fact, has, in fact, been laid before.
You would assume.
One would assume. Oh, no,
Test
that's
tube,
right.
baby.
I forgot. She does have a test.
Wait, does she really?
Well, no. She was artificially inseminated, which is disgusting to think about, considering that's like an animal.
Well, no, it's not. Like, what is there? Does she have a husband?
No.
Does she have a partner?
She has a boyfriend who was previously the assistant principal of our high school.
So why was she artificially inseminated and not?
Because she can't get pregnant.
Oh, okay.
And yet she already has a kid? What?
Yeah, who was an accident. Isn't that great?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being an accident.
No, it's the irony, honestly.
I thought how can she? I think she can get pregnant at that point.
I think it was from a different person.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because
Don't make this any more complex than it already is.
This is different than saying it's from a different person.
I really don't think we should be talking about this.
You're saying it's her child, but it's from a different...
Okay, look, listen. She was married once, got pregnant by accident from her husband, divorced him, has a current boyfriend who cannot get her pregnant.
Okay, so it's not her, it's him.
I have a question.
Yes.
Was her husband a test tube?
That's a good question. Does that have anything to do with it, I guess?
It
maybe?
might, actually.
I have no idea.
That's an important detail.
I'm surprised. You know, this is why Wes isn't here. If Wes was here or Dan was here, we would have heard at least 6 did he put it in her pooper by now. And it hasn't happened
no,
yet.
because
Great.
how else would you get pregnant?
Riley, do you need to have a lesson on how people get pregnant?
I know, Mom.
Test tube is more respected.
No, real talk here. Real talk for a second. Do you need help?
No, I know how people get pregnant.
Are you? Okay.
Did you Google it?
It's when they don't use a condom.
Boy flower, girl flower,
Leave
baby
now.
What?
Just get on Ivy's back. Have her 5 galloping penises take you home because you're drunk.
Okay.
Okay, so
Ride
I'm
her
gonna log
like a
out now.
horsey.
Yeah, I'm thinking that too, actually.
Huh?
I have one more story before we end off things here because we're coming up on that
Yes, we
time.
are.
You're coming?
Up all that time.
Yes, all
This
over
map's
the
on a
place.
clock right now.
I was on my computer and all of a sudden it flashed to a hot girl dancing around and my water bottle exploded.
Oh, good. I'm glad it wasn't just me.
Yeah, that happened to me too. And I
Yeah.
have a big ass water bottle.
Fine.
It's a big mess.
Riley, I guess I'm not good enough for you.
Ryan and I are cum buddies.
Oh.
I regret saying that immediately after I said it. I swear I might just edit that part out
No,
of the whole
no,
podcast.
We're kumquats.
You know, kumquat is a great word because it's one of the few words that has a Q in the middle of it.
It's one of the few
So
words
this has
that
been
cute
great.
to begin with.
Okay, my story before we end things off. I've told this on group chat, but since most of the people who listen, I assume, are not from group chat. It's hard to say.
I don't know.
But, I have the dumbest art teacher in existence. Just flat out dumb. So, last week, I think, or the week before, I think it was last week, she's, let me first establish that she does not know how to connect with people our age.
How do I reach these
As in,
kids?
how do I reach these kids?
No.
18 to 24-year-olds, I mean. And so she treats us in the most childish ways possible, like we're in kindergarten. So she's like, okay, you guys obviously aren't excited about my incredibly interesting lecture, so for once, we're going to have a hands-on assignment. Alright? So you guys, we're going to come up to my other classroom, and
She
we're
has
going
two classrooms?
She has
That
2
greedy
classrooms that she
whore.
teaches in. I know! Riley, I love
I
you.
love you too. Sorry.
Okay,
That was a little
so...
uncalled for.
it was great, though. Okay, anyway. We were up in that classroom, and the greedy whore decided, okay, we're going to have a hands-on assignment. Okay, so 23 years ago, there was this museum in Boston, and some art thieves came in and stole 20 pieces, or something like that, from their museum. And the museum is upset.
Gee, I wonder why.
And the FBI is trying to figure out who did it. So you know what we're going to do today, guys? You know what we're going to do? We're going to figure out who did it. Okay, guys, give me some suggestions on who took the art.
Waldo.
I should have said that. That would have been fantastic.
Sorry.
I didn't say it. Oh,
Just
man,
remember it
I
for
feel
next
ruined
time.
now.
I'll tell you
I'll
what,
remember
Casey,
it just in case
just
she
put
has
me in your
another
class with
assignment
you.
of that.
I'll just sit behind you, and
Okay.
every time something like that comes up, I'll just...
Riley, come to college with me. We'll have magic.
You'll do all the work, and every time you need...
I do all the work in that class anyway.
And every time you
Like,
need,
when I'm in
you
group
need, like, a certain
projects.
to be old, I'll do it.
Awesome. Okay, so anyway, we're trying to figure out who did it. Of course, we have no leads because the police and the FBI have no leads. So it's like, okay, this isn't working. Hey, the museum has a Twitter page. Let's go follow the museum on Twitter. Does anyone here have a Twitter account?
Yes, but I don't use it.
Yeah.
I did about
asked-
20
She
posts
asked the class
in the 4
if anyone
years.
had a Twitter account so that person could log in and follow the museum.
No one has a Twitter account.
nobody decided that they wanted to give up their Twitter.
I don't blame
So
them.
someone called out from the back of the class, "Make your own." So she's like, "Okay, I'm gonna make my own. All right, what should we call our username?"
Where's
going to-
artwork?
Where's Arby's? It's down the
Fuck,
street.
now I'm hungry.
Of course you are.
Riley, pick me up.
No.
It's- What are we going to name our username, whose sole purpose in this class is to follow a museum that is grieving from their artwork that was stolen exactly 23 years ago today? Let's call it Art Thief.
And no one said no.
And no one said no because she's so dumb that she didn't realize it. But no, I can do one better than that.
Oh dear.
So, another hands-on project that we had to do, we had to create our very own culture. Yep. We had to get in groups.
We did that in World Cultures, and mine worshipped a giant potato.
Well, mine was dumb because I didn't really want to do the project, but some group wanted to do a culture based solely off of beer pong. The best part about this
College!
was... Yeah, exactly, college for the win. The best part was the professor did not know what beer pong was. He didn't realize that they were making fun of her by making a culture based off beer pong. She had no idea. So today, the group is presenting it, and they're saying it in such a way. She's like, "Is that a drinking game?" And everybody just cracks up laughing. She's like, "I had a feeling it was a drinking game, but I didn't really know. I wasn't sure. Thanks for pointing that out for me, gentlemen." That's how she talks.
I'm just imagining that coupled with the T-Rex teacher.
All right,
gentlemen.
All right, children, we're gonna make a T-Rex.
Have you ever seen the Gentlementalman video?
Gentlementalman?
Wait.
Like the spy from
Yes.
Team Fortress 2? Yes.
I'm imagining that with an old English teacher's
She's an art
face.
teacher.
Like a female, librarian face.
This woman kind of looks like a librarian.
I'm imagining librarian face with T-Rex arms and the
Librarian.
Gentlementalman.
All right, kids, we're gonna make a Twitter account today, and we're calling Art Thief. But shut up! We're in a classroom.
No, the T-Rex teacher, her name is Miss Billadu, and every time...
Wait.
you know
Say
how
that
they-
again and slower.
Her name is Miss Billadu.
Do we need to say that a little slower now?
Yes.
Billadong. Do.
Billabong.
Billabong.
Anyway. No, and, way back... not way back, I guess. It's a couple years
Back
ago.
in the Stone
But Pokemon
Age.
Diamond and Pearl, they had that stupid Pokemon called Bidoof, and it
Yes,
evolved
Bidoof.
into something that was
By barrel?
it evolved into something that was like Billadu or something.
By barrel, you mean?
And so every time I say her name, that stupid little woodchuck bat-looking Pokemon pops
beaver
into my
thing.
face.
Wait, do you mean
Pops into my
Bidoof?
Yeah,
No,
Bidoof.
but it evolves into
It's a
something.
Bidoof. Oh, it's a Bidoof.
Bidoof.
Oh, he's in the clouds. Oh, he's throwing ninjas at me. Oh God, this is the most violent Bidoof.
I
Oh
love
no,
beavers.
Bidoof, you burnt my house down. I had a wife and children. Why would you do
Love
this,
Bidoof.
Bidoof? That's a
I
video on
love
YouTube.
beavers.
I know you do, Riley. I know you do. And
Multiple.
on that note, Riley loves beavers, and we're going to end things off here. So,
Talking about the animal, goddammit.
so
Riley has to take me home anyway.
So,
Yeah.
so
Take
for Riley
me home
Beaver,
tonight. Anyway.
no,
Goddammit.
no, Eddie Money is old and does not sing anymore.
Well,
Have you
she's-
seen that
old.
commercial where he's the travel
Yes.
agent or whatever?
Yeah.
He doesn't sing anymore.
Paradise. Actually, it's 4.
Anyway, for Riley Beaver.
Bye.
Riley Beaver?
Riley
Bye.
Beaver. For Ivyver.
My
I don't
teacher's
know,
a T-Rex.
And Ryan.
Remember to feed your Pokemon.
And get hit by porn trains.
Yes.
Because you'll get an erection. And Stacy.
Ivy gives me an erection.
I knew it all along.
I really have to pee.
And I'm Casey, and thank you for listening to Grapecast.
Thank you for living to Grapecast.
Thank you for living out this episode of Grapecast. Because
Thank you
we
for
all know-
ruining your liver one more.
Thanks
more.
for ruining your liver.
Both of us suck at life.
You're welcome.
You're
You're welcome, Internet.